Welcome to part 2 of the Power Team Drill Down, 5 Essential Power Team Skills. The 5 essential Power Team skills need to be a core competency to begin enjoying the benefits of Power Team networking. Mastery of the 5 essential Power Team skills will explode the number as well as the quality of the referrals being passed on your Power Team. So let's just dive right in and look at the first skill, which is based on your business category and contact sphere, identify your most productive key situations, golden goose referral sources, and targeted prospects. So we start with where you're at in your business category. We identify your contact sphere, and then we get into some of these specific elements of which key situations, golden goose referral sources, and targeted prospects are the best match for your business. So as we begin this journey, we start with orienting you and your business into the greater scheme of things by identifying your contact sphere. So on the diagram, we have 6 examples of common business categories for each contact sphere, and you may or may not see your specific business on the diagram. The idea is for you to select the contact sphere that best represents your business, and then we begin going through the system from that point. So if you remember the numbers exercise that we did in the first webinar, we got through that exercise by coming to the conclusion that there will be 2 patterns that we're going to ask you to recognize and begin looking out for as we go through the system. And the first is contact spheres. So let's just start with where you're at, what business are you in, and what contact sphere are you in. Now we get into the second pattern, which is the key situation tendencies for each contact sphere. This is the contact sphere and key situation tendency matrix. And so the matrix is really where the 2 patterns meet. The first pattern were the contact spheres. How are the business categories organized in the greater scheme of things as it looks across all industries and all business categories? Then the second pattern that intersects with the contact spheres are the key situations. So obviously across the top of the matrix we have each of the 6 key situations, and from top to bottom in that left column are the contact spheres. Now what we do in the matrix is we identify the top 3 key situations for each contact sphere. And by doing that, we can start to see some commonalities and some overlapping patterns where seemingly unrelated contact spheres and business categories can actually begin to network with each other as a power team. So let's just take a look at an example of what that looks like. Let's say that you identified yourself as being in the real estate and finance contact sphere. So the way that the matrix is set up is that we take a look at the top 3 key situations for that contact sphere. Now, these are general tendencies that we've identified in our research for the Money on the Table book. Your business may vary in terms of which key situations are the best match for you and inbound referrals, but for now we're looking at generating an abundance of referrals for our power team, and then in return they'll generate referrals for us. So for generating high volume referrals, when we're looking at real estate and finance business categories, the number 1 key situation is the real estate key situation. People buying or selling property, constructing new homes, new buildings, managing, maintaining, remodeling, all of those situations create a lot of business for the business categories in the real estate and finance contact sphere. Now, once we know your top key situation, we can take a look at other contact spheres that are also targeting that key situation and the people going through that key situation. In this particular case, business services, businesses such as telecommunications, marketing, business machines, any of the various business categories that we covered on the diagram can also be targeting people buying or selling property, managing, maintaining property. All of those different key situations are a good target market for business service job categories. In addition, property services also has the real estate as one of their top 3 key situations. In fact, it's the #1 key situation for property services. What that means is that people buying or selling property, remodeling, building, all of those things are primary target market for businesses in the property services contact sphere. All of the trade, construction trades, cleaning services, all of those related businesses are sharing the real estate key situation. What we do in the Power Team Certified program is begin to show you different ways where these business categories in the different contact spheres can begin to systematically make each other visible to their clients and attract referrals for the other business categories. For right now, we're just kind of showing you how by identifying the 6 key situations, we can begin to see relationships among different contact spheres. Let's go now into the second key situation that works for real estate finance business categories, which is getting married. Now, as we pointed out in the prior webinar, getting married, the new baby key situation, the relocation key situation, all drive the real estate key situation. If that's the case, then wouldn't it make sense for real estate and finance business categories to actively network with other businesses that are dealing with people who are getting married? For example, the event services contact sphere. That's their #1 key situation for event businesses are people getting married. If the relationship is strong enough, if the commitment is there among the various business categories, think of the possibilities if the florist, the caterer, the photographer, all of the different business categories in event services, if they systematically made their networking partners in real estate finance visible, by talking about how great these various real estate and finance professionals are with people getting married and helping with all of the different things that relate to newlyweds and starting a life together. The idea is that the real estate and finance contact sphere isn't necessarily going to be primarily going after people getting married, but they are going to help their event services networking partners show their products and services and how they can be relevant to people getting married. So without getting into any greater detail, what we're trying to show you here on this introductory webinar is that in the Power Team Certified program, we start getting into these relationships and showing you how to make your network visible based on your primary and secondary key situations. So just to finish the thought on the getting married key situation, in addition to event services, property service business categories are also dealing with people getting married, work being done on the home, as well as health and wellness. Health and wellness businesses are often dealing with couples getting married who are changing around their life, and then it creates opportunities to make the rest of the network visible based on where that particular target market is. So let's take a look at the final key situation, the third key situation for real estate and finance contact sphere businesses, which is the new baby key situation. Again, families, growing families with a new baby or one on the way drive the real estate key situation. So it is in real estate professional and finance professionals' best interest to stay visible to growing families. The other contact spheres that are frequently dealing with that target market include event services, property services, and of course health and wellness. So again, in the Power Team Certified program, we show you how these different contact spheres and industry groups can make the network visible systematically to attract more referrals, with everybody focusing primarily on their own target market and key situation. Once we've used the matrix to identify your top key situations, we then go to the Connector to Creator worksheet to identify your most likely Golden Goose referral sources. In the Power Team Certified program, we have a drill down webinar for each of the contact spheres, and we go through all 36 Connector to Creator worksheets that we have completed for each of the business categories on the 6 contact sphere diagram. So in other words, you'll literally go through various worksheets from different business categories that relate to your business, to your key situations, and look at the examples of good Golden Goose referral sources, as well as the visual and audio cues that you can use to identify your target market, and most importantly, train your networking partners to recognize your targeted prospects. So again, the idea is that we use the Connector to Creator worksheet to organize your own projection of your business, and then based on the information here with your Golden Goose referral sources and some of the other elements, you meet one-to-one with your networking partners and see where the commonalities are so that you can begin systematically making your network visible. So to summarize the first of the 5 essential Power Team skills, based on your business category and contact sphere, identify your most productive key situations, Golden Goose referral sources, and targeted prospects. The second of the 5 essential skills is to build a power team of networking partners from both inside and outside your contact sphere who also target the same key situations and targeted prospects. So the idea is that you're getting together with your networking partners, you're seeing what key situations you have in common, and then you begin to identify the Golden Goose referral sources that you share, how to recognize your targeted prospects, but you also now can start looking at the inventory, your roster of your current power team, what are the active business categories that you can network with, and also what are the open categories that you can identify so that you can begin building your power team and rounding out all of the relationships that make up a well-balanced networking group. The third of the 5 essential skills is to systematically make your power team visible to attract targeted prospects to your power team's products and services. So systematically making your network visible starts with our roadmap, which we call the Power Team Action Grid. The Power Team Action Grid is organized as basically a worksheet that you can use as you advance through the program with your various power team partners. You can see at the top, you list their names and business categories, and then as you work your way through the action grid, you actually include the completion date for each activity listed. So research and preparation has various elements that you go through on your own and then with your networking partners. Then we get into the promotional activity that actually generates referrals, and also the group activity that your power team can integrate into their ongoing lead generation activities. So again, this is just a quick overview of some of the tools and systems that we have in the Power Team Certified program, as well as a referral tracking feature where you can keep track of giving and receiving referrals, as well as creating Golden Goose referral sources for your networking partners. The fourth essential Power Team skill is an individual skill. This is on you as a networking partner to consistently recognize the 6 key situations and your power team prospects, which are referral opportunities when they cross your path. So how well you know the 6 key situations and how you're able to connect the products and services as solutions that your network offers is the 4th essential skill that leads you to the 5th skill, which is the action step of confidently initiating conversation, using trigger questions to uncover referrals, and give compelling bragging buddy testimonials to targeted prospects. So remember, a bragging buddy not only helps a prospect like and trust your networking partner, but also helps the prospect want to do business with your networking partner. That completes this webinar. You can now advance to webinar number 3, the Power Team Roadmap.